Hello everyone. Hi, how are you? This is Kay. So today is the 2nd of July 2023 and this is Sunday. So today I will share my analysis based on the monthly and also the weekly time frames on Forex and gold, WTI, and index, and also Bitcoin. And also let's check some news because we have lots of big news this week. So let's review that also. So today this live stream is happening in earlier timing than usual. This is like 3 hours earlier than usual because of my schedule. But I hope you're having a great day. And in case you're watching this archive, I also have wish you great day today and also great week this week. Okay, so now let me switch screen. Okay, and yeah, so let me see. Let me just remind everyone one thing. That is, hold on, let me see. I just wanted to remind everyone about announcement in my YouTube channel because today I announced everyone under community here about the schedule change for today's live stream like this. So whenever I change schedule or whenever I upload some new videos or remind everyone about something, I post some messages here. So yeah, please subscribe, and if you turn the notification on, then you get these notifications whenever I post some comments or announcements in community, or whenever I post some new videos or also some new shorts. Okay, so that's a quick announcement. Okay, but yeah, I see some comments, so thank you very much for joining everyone today. Okay, good to see you, Kevin, Hiel, and Akshay, Rosie, and Cryptonaut, Master of, and everyone. Thank you very much for joining. Okay, so now let me switch trading view. So this is the new month, in the month of July. So that means monthly candlestick closed. The monthly candlestick of June is already closed. So this is when I check the monthly time frame also, as well as the weekly time frame. So today I will review these two time frames and see what's happening among the markets based on Ichimoku and also my strategy. Okay, hello Paul, and Petas, good to see you too. Thank you very much for joining as well. So here is the Euro USD. Let me first start from the Euro USD all the way down to the Swiss franc JPY on my watch list in Forex pairs. So Euro USD appears to be range on both time frames. Monthly is now Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, and weekly as well. Kijun Sen, the green one, is also flat, and Tenkan Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen flat, and Kumo also flat. Chikou span is very close. So that means Euro USD is now range on both time frames. So this pair is not the best one to trade this week. So I think I will simply wait until it breaks the weekly resistance, which is 1.1099, and we'll look for the buying opportunities. So I put my up arrow like this above that resistance so that you know this will be the best once it breaks that resistance. And since this week we have so many big news, so the market may break that resistance. So let's closely monitor, and once it happens, you can actually look for some buying opportunities. So I will put the alert above that resistance, and once the alert triggers, I will check chart and look for some new opportunities. So that's Euro USD. Okay, hello Sai from Myanmar, thanks for joining. Reza also, good to see you too. Thank you very much, everyone. Okay, next is the Euro AUD. So Euro AUD monthly is range. Kumo is flat, Kijun-sen flat. So there's no opportunities, looks like. And weekly is also flat completely. So that means this week, the first week of July may be very choppy. So Euro AUD may not be the best pair to trade. So let me move on to the next Euro JPY. Euro JPY looks very good because both monthly and weekly time frames are bullish. So like I mentioned before, the target is now 160, the psychological number, and we have still a room of 190 pips to trade. So I think Euro JPY looks very good. So I will put purple on this one and continue to look for buying opportunities until the market reaches 160. So Euro JPY looks very good so far. I'm sure some of you took some nice trades, nice tips on JPY pairs last week and also in the month of June. And it looks like this is still continuous. So let's continue to look for some buying opportunities on Euro JPY. Now, if you see this structure, then you may think that this is overbought, but to me it's not, because the Kumo shape both are okay. They are not too thin. I mean, weekly is a bit thinner, but monthly is thicker. So if I see daily or 4-hour thick Kumo, then I don't mind taking buy on this one. So Euro JPY, I continue to look for the new opportunities to buy. And then Euro Pound is very choppy. The only scenario we can trade is when the market breaks the support on the weekly, which is 0.8518. And last month, in the month of June, it became a doji. This is called doji candlestick. Doji is where the open price and close price are nearly at the same price, and wicks both up and down. And when the doji appears like this, the theory is to wait for the breakout towards either direction. And especially when it breaks bearish, I think the market goes down very fast. So let's wait for 0.8518 breakout and follow downtrend and target 0.8338. So Euro Pound, again, I will wait for the breakout of the support. Okay, so that's that. And then next one is the Euro CAD. So Euro CAD is now becoming tricky. In the month of January and February and also April was really nice, but since May, the market is very tricky. And especially for the last 4 weeks, in the month of June has been range. So looks like the market continues to be choppy this week. The only scenario to trade is when the market breaks 1.4283 or 1.4238. Like these weekly supports breakout. Once it happens, I look for the selling opportunity, but it may continue to range because both monthly and weeklies are range from Ichimoku viewpoint. So most likely I'm not going to look for any opportunities on this one. Okay, next is the Euro Swiss franc. Euro Swiss franc monthly is flat and weekly is also flat. So they are both consolidating in high time frames. So the only scenario we can trade is to sell after the breakout of 0.9672. So I continue to wait for that to happen and we'll look for the selling opportunity when it happens. So that's Euro Swiss franc. So far, Euro JPY looks the best to trade. And also wait for the breakouts on the Euro USD resistance and also Euro Pound support breakout 0.8518 and also Euro CAD breakout of the support and also Euro Swiss franc breakout of the weekly support also. Okay, so this is where we have to be patient. Whenever the market range like this, before the breakout happens, usually the market spikes a lot, and this is when people usually lose. And so let's be patient and wait for the next great setup. Okay, next is USD based pairs. So now USD JPY. This pair has been bullish for the last 3 months in the monthly chart. However, weekly is still flat. This is bullish in terms of candlesticks, but if you closely look at the Kumo, this Kumo itself is actually bearish. This is a bearish Kumo. So at least we have to wait for the Kumo to be twisted bullish on the weekly to be able to buy. Or wait for the breakout of 145.09, 06 or 07, and then target 148.88. So that will be more for the low time frame analysis. But USD JPY overall is bullish, but looks like a bit overbought on the weekly chart basis. It's better to wait for the Kumo breakout on the weekly, but if you want to trade to buy, then you can also follow either daily or the 4-hour time frames and continue to look for some buying opportunities. So this is the USD JPY. And also regarding the JPY, or especially USD JPY, BOJ, Bank of Japan, announced that they did a verbal agreement on market intervention. So last time when the BOJ intervened, it was here on the week of 19th September last year, when the price reached near 145. Then they intervened once, and that's why there was a big doji candlestick on the weekly of this one. But then it didn't stop the trend. So then they intervened again when the market reached above 150. Then the market crashed all the way down to 128. So that means this time the market is reaching to the previous level where BOJ intervened. So that means this pair USD JPY may crash or may spike when it happens. And before they intervene for real, they do verbal agreement first, and then they did actually last week. So in that sense, this is bullish still in low time frames, so you can continue to buy, but watch out. Whenever intervention happens, you have to always put the stop loss and do risk management if you want to trade the USD JPY. So let's check news also, and be careful on USD JPY especially. Okay, and also let me move on to the next USD CAD. So USD CAD, both weekly and monthly are flat in terms of Ichimoku viewpoint. Especially monthly is flat exactly within the Kumo. So in the short term, this is bearish. The market actually broke the double top and its neckline. It broke the neckline 3 weeks ago, but last week was a retracement. So the best scenario is to wait for the breakout of the support 1.3114, then you can expect bigger pips. If you trade now and sell, it's still okay because the market still may be resisted by the previous supports here, so your stop loss will be very small. But the only concern again is that the market is now within the Kumo on both monthly and the weekly. And usually when the market's within the Kumo like this, it spikes and it ranges, or it may be bullish again. So to be safer, I wait for the breakout of the support, but this may be a great chance to sell with the small stop loss. So this is your choice, but for me, I wait for the breakout of the support and continue to follow downtrend. And again, this week we have so many big news, so one of these big news can make the market break. So we will see. So that's USD CAD. And next is the USD Swiss franc. This pair is still also flat on the monthly basis. Well, basically, Forex pairs are almost range on the monthly, but if it's trending like the Euro JPY, that's really good. So monthly USD Swiss franc is now range, and weekly is now bearish. Weekly chart, the price is now below Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, Kumo, and Chikou span below candles. So I think this reverse in the wave will be continuous. And what's more, in terms of the price actions, the previous supports became resistance. So this is a typical reverse pattern. So that's why I say that this is bearish. So if I see downtrend, then I take a sell and expect the market breaks the support. In this case, I don't wait for the breakout. I expect the breakout when the market starts to go down on this pair. So I mark USD Swiss franc also as purple. Now I will be moving on to pound base pairs. So this is the pound USD. So pound USD weekly, monthly is range again, but weekly is also bullish. This market is also bullish, and it broke that resistance 2 weeks ago. The resistance level of 1.2680. And the price is now above Tenkan Kijun Kumo and Chikou span above candles. So weekly is bullish, monthly is range. So we can follow the weekly uptrend in this case. And what's more, last week it closed with the doji. It closed with the doji, and if you closely look at this doji candlestick, the close price became above that resistance. So this is really important. This means that even if market closed with the doji last week, buyers won the market. So once the market breaks the doji bullish, then you can also expect the market breaks the high and it will become a next N wave, like this way. So I continue to look for the buying opportunity of pound USD, so I mark purple also. But also you can also wait for the breakout of the doji resistance 1.2759 and buy. That will be, I think, safer to trade. So pound USD looks good on this weekly analysis. Okay, so next is the pound JPY. Pound JPY has been so strong also, so I mark purple. Monthly is bullish and weekly is also bullish. In both time frames, the Kumo shape are still okay. I mean, monthly chart, the Kumo shape is getting thinner, so that means within the month of July, the market may retrace. But if you check the weekly Kumo, the weekly shape of the Kumo is getting thicker here. So that means on the weekly basis, it's still bullish. So again, within the month of July, the market may retrace, but within the week, this is still bullish. So that means we can still continue to follow uptrend until Kumo Kijun Sen go flat. So let's continue to look for buying opportunities on pound JPY this week. Okay, and next is the pound CAD. So this pair is range on both monthly and also the weekly time frames. Sorry, weekly is also flat, Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span is really close. So and the market has been range for the last 2 months. So I don't think the market will break this week or in the month of July. So I think pound CAD will remain quiet. Okay, next is the pound AUD. Pound AUD is good because it's about to break the monthly resistance and also weekly is bullish. So let me first check the monthly chart. So the monthly resistance level was around here 1.9225, and the month of June closed with the pin bar. So pin bar means small body, tiny body like this, and long wick on one side. This is called the pin bar. And once we find the pin bar, when it's bullish, this means that the market is bullish. So most likely the market breaks the high 1.9225 in the month of July, and this market will go up continuously. And also weekly time frame shows the Kumo, both Senko span B and A are up, and Kumo shape is very nice. This is very thick Kumo. Kijun Sen is also up, Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above candles. So last week was resisted by the monthly resistance, but due to the monthly pin bar structure, I think this uptrend is continuous. So I continue to look for buying opportunities on pound AUD this week. Okay, so next is the pound Swiss franc. Pound Swiss franc is completely ranging. Monthly is flat, weekly is also flat. The market seems to be very choppy. There's no trends, there's no breakouts, so I continue to be away from this one. Okay, now moving on to AUD based pairs. So next is the AUD USD. This pair is also range on both monthly and also the weekly. Monthly chart shows Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. The market has been very choppy. And weekly also Kumo, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen flat, Chikou span touching. And this is called Y wave in Ichimoku. Y wave means higher highs and lower lows. If you put one horizontal line like this, then it becomes the shape of the letter Y. So that's why in Ichimoku this is called Y wave. And Y wave is not tradable. When you see Y wave on any time frames, the market becomes very tricky. So I don't think I will trade AUD USD this week. Also, the market is very choppy right now. Okay, next is the AUD CAD. This pair is also range. Monthly is range, and weekly is also flat. The market has been gradually going down, so you may see downtrend on the daily or the 4-hour charts, but on these high time frames, these are flat. So that means this is bearish. Last month of June was a pin bar also, so we can wait for the breakout, but because both monthly and weekly time frames are flat, there may be a fake breakout. The market may break the support, then retrace. It happens when the market's range from Ichimoku perspective on these two time frames. So for now, I think I will focus some better markets than this one. Okay, and next is the AUD-JPY. So AUD-JPY also, because of the weak JPY, the month of June has been bullish, and this is coming close to the monthly resistance. But weekly Kumo is very small. This is very tiny, newborn Kumo. So I think the market will consolidate for a couple of weeks or months until it finds the new direction. And even if the market breaks the resistance this week, because the Kumo is very small, the market may retrace. So AUD-JPY may not be the best pair to trade this week. I think we better focus on Euro-JPY or Pound-JPY to trade. Okay, and then also AUD-Swiss franc. Okay, so AUD-Swiss franc is now bearish on monthly, and weekly is now flat, but about to break the weekly support. 0.5849. So since monthly is bearish, but the Kumo itself is not twisted yet. Actually, this Kumo is bullish Kumo. So that means these Tenkan Kijun-sen angles can be fake. So it's better to wait for the breakout, the clear breakout of 0.5849 and look for the selling opportunities. So in this case, I put alert below the weekly support, and once it triggers, I look for some new opportunities. Okay, next is the CADJPY. So CADJPY is also near the resistance, just like ADJPY, and Kumo shape is very small too on the weekly. So yeah, like ADJPY, I think CADJPY also can be very tricky to trade. Okay, next is the CAD Swiss franc. This pair is bearish on the monthly and consolidating on the weekly chart. So first, on the monthly chart, the Kumo is bearish, and Tenkan-sen is bearish, Chikou span below candles, and the market was resisted by the previous monthly support. So that means this is a typical reverse pattern. So the market may continue to go down this way. I expect this scenario to happen on the monthly chart. So, and if you look at the weekly time frame, the price is now within the Kijun-sen and Kumo. Chikou span is also very close. So this is range consolidating. So we have to wait for the breakout of Kijun-sen or Tenkan-sen before the breakout of the support and sell. But that breakout may not happen this week. Sometime in the month of July, it may happen, but for now it's been consolidating, so the market may be bullish too. So, or the market may continue to consolidate for the next couple of weeks. So for this one, when I do weekly analysis on Sundays, I will keep reminding to everyone. Whenever I see the next moves, I will let you know. Okay, lastly, the Swiss franc JPY. This pair is also bullish on both monthly and weekly. So I mark purple on this one too. So first, monthly chart, it broke the doji, and last month of June was very strongly bullish. And also Kumo shape is still thick. So in terms of monthly chart basis, it's bullish. So most likely in the month of July, the market breaks the next run number, 162, and close above that price, I think. However, if you look at the weekly chart, the Kumo shape is really thin. So that means this week or next week, the market may retrace, and by the end of July, it closes above is the scenario. So you have to be careful on this one. If you want to trade, you may want to wait for the pushback on the weekly or the daily time frames to buy because of the Kumo shape on the weekly time frame. Okay, so that completes my analysis on these forex pairs. So again, thank you very much for joining everyone. Today, I'm starting the live stream in earlier timing because of my schedule, but thank you for joining everyone. So again, I know some of you are joining late, so let me remind everyone. Again, EUR-JPY is bullish, so I continue to look for the buying opportunities, and the Kumo shapes are good on the monthly and also the weekly charts. And also, USD Swiss franc is bearish, and it's about to break the support. This is typical reverse pattern where the previous supports becoming resistance, so we can expect this kind of pattern on the market. So let's continue to look for a selling opportunity on USD Swiss franc. And also pound USD. This market is also bullish, and it's about to break the weekly resistance, so let's wait for that to happen. And then pound JPY is also bullish on both monthly and also the weekly. and pound AUD is bullish on the monthly chart and weekly also. Wait for the breakout to happen. And then finally, Swiss franc JPY is also bullish on both monthly and the weekly charts. Okay, so now let's move on to gold and WTI. So here is gold XAUUSD. I'm continuously looking for some selling opportunities on this one, but looks like it's not yet. So monthly is now retracing. This is most likely going down to the monthly Kijun Sen, which is 1842.63, which is also exactly the price level of the weekly Senko Span B. So for me, this is bearish. And last week closed with the doji candlestick. Again, here's a doji on the weekly. So to me, this is bearish. If the doji breaks, then I think it goes down to the weekly Senko Span B or the monthly Kijun Sen. So I continue to look for the selling opportunities on gold. To me, this is bearish. Okay, and then also WTI is now consolidating. Monthly is range, weekly is also range. Kumo is down, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span is still very close. The market has been very choppy. So this is still range. I think most likely the month of July will be consolidating. So now let's move on to index. So I cover from Nikkei down to Hansen index. So first Nikkei 225, monthly chart is bullish and weekly is now consolidating. So like I mentioned for the last couple of weeks, weekly Kumo was way too thin. So that's why I said consolidation should happen anytime soon. And looks like for the last 2 weeks, it's been consolidating. So monthly is still bullish. So I think the month of July will close with the bullish bar. But weekly is consolidating. So you have to wait for the buying pressure to follow bullish trend. Or simply wait for the breakout of the resistance and continue to look for the buying opportunities. So that's Nikkei. But if it continue to retrace, then of course no trade. Because it may touch the Tenkan Sen or Kijun Sen, but the only problem is that we never know how long it takes. It may take for a few weeks or few months to go down all the way to Tenkan Kijun Sen. So I don't recommend you to trade on the retracement. Okay, next is Dow Jones. Dow Jones is flat on the monthly and flat on the weekly, so no trends. Still consolidating for the last couple of months on this market. Okay, and next is Nasdaq. Right, Nasdaq is now bullish on both monthly and the weekly. From monthly perspective, the price is now above the Kijun Sen and Kumo is now bullish. And what's more, Chikou span has been following the candles. So this is called the Chikou span trace strategy, one of the original Ichimoku strategies. But when you see this, you simply follow as long as Chikou span keeps tracing the candles. So in that sense, monthly is bullish. And also weekly is also bullish because the price is above Tenkan Kijun Kumo and Chikou span above candles. So Nasdaq is bullish to me. So I mark purple on this one. I think the bullishness will continue this week and also in the month of July. And next is S&P. So S&P 500 is the strongest among 3 US indices. This one also Chikou span tracing and following candles, so it's bullish on the monthly. And weekly is also bullish because of this price above Tenkan Kijun Kumo and Chikou span above candles. So S&P 500 is the strongest, like I mentioned for the last couple of weeks. And then Nasdaq follows. Then Dow Jones is now range. Okay, so moving on to Euro stocks. Euro stocks is now bullish also on both monthly and weekly time frames, simply because the price is locating above Tenkan Kijun Kumo, and Chikou spans are also above candles. And it looks like it's about to break that new resistance. So Euro stocks to me is still bullish. Last week closed with a bullish bar, so this may be a sign of the breakout. And next is the FTSE 100. This market is now consolidating. The price on the monthly is above or very close to Tenkan Kijun Sen now. And weekly is locating within Kijun Sen and Kumo and Chikou span touching. So this is consolidating and this is range. And what's more, this is called P wave. P wave means lower highs and higher lows. So when you see this, you have to wait for the breakout towards either direction to follow. Okay, next is the CAC France. CAC France is bullish on both monthly and with the weekly chart. So monthly shows the price is now above the Tenkan Kijun Sen Kumo and Chikou span above candles. And also CAC France weekly is also bullish. The Kumo itself is bullish, and Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen, the price above those lines, and Chikou span above candles. So that means I think weekly bullish in waves will continue. So I'm expecting the market breaks new highs on CAC France. So this is also bullish. Okay, and then next is DAX index. Okay, hold on, let me get this new chart. Just hold on. Okay, so here is German 40. It says that monthly is bullish and weekly is also bullish. The market has been consolidating for the last 1 or 2 months, but weekly first shows that the Kumo is bullish, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen are also bullish, and Chikou span above candles. And weekly shows the price closed above Tenkan Sen last week. So the market may break the new highs. So DAX is also bullish. And next is the Nifty chart. So Nifty is also bullish too. Like I mentioned previously, this market is also bullish. Monthly is bullish. It's reading high. This is all-time high. So I think the next target is 20,000. It's possible to reach 20,000 on Nifty 50 because of this thick and big Kumo on the monthly chart. And if you look at the weekly time frame, last week had the very strong bullish candlestick, and weekly Kumo shape is okay. This is not too thin. So usually when we see big bullish bar like this, the market tends to consolidate. But because the monthly Kumo shows thick and big also, that means in the month of July may close above that resistance. So yeah, Nifty 50 is bullish in the long term still. So this is all-time high now. Okay, so next is AU200. AU200 is now range on both monthly and weekly, simply because Chikou spans are touching. So this is not tradable. Yeah, even if you buy or sell, you may not be able to make profits on this one in the month of July. So I recommend you to trade some other index or other markets. Okay, so finally, this is Hansen index. Hansen is now bearish on the monthly and range on the weekly chart. So that means the market may close with the bearish bar in the month of July, but weekly consolidates. So I think this is near to range. There's no clear direction on this one. Okay, so that completes my analysis on index. So finally, let me also remind Bitcoin, BTC USD. So personally, I don't trade Bitcoin, so this is just for your information. But monthly chart shows that the price is below the Kumo, so this is still bearish. Chikou span is touching, so this is range to bearish. So that means this reversing wave could be continuous. With that in mind, if you check the weekly time frame, the prices are continuously within the Kumo, and that's why it spikes like this very big. 2 weeks ago there was a big bullish bar, but now this is range, within the range still. So again, the best scenario is to wait for the Kumo breakout, the Kumo or the Senko span B breakout, 31.83.8 breakout, and prepare to buy. Otherwise, the market still may retrace down to Kijun-sen or Tenkan-sen on this one. Okay, so that's BTC USD. Okay, so now let me check news for this week. We have lots of big news this week, big ones, because this is the first week of the month. Every month, in the first week of the month, we have lots of big news. So this is where we have to be careful, and the markets may be challenging to trade. So let me see. This week, apply. Okay. Tomorrow, the Monday, July 3rd, we have a Tankan report in Japan, and also ISM manufacturing PMI in the US. In Tuesday the 4th, we have rate decision in Australia, and that's it. This is national holiday in the US, so the market may be quiet on the 4th of July. And Wednesday the 5th, we have the FOMC minutes in the US, so this is one of the biggest news. We have to check and watch out. Wednesday the 5th, FOMC. And then the 6th of July, there is a trade balance in Australia. Retail sales in Euro. This is going to be also very important, big news. Retail sales in Euro. And ADP, employment report. This one is also very big in the US. So Thursday, watch out on Euro and US. And also ISM Services PMI is also there in the US. So we have lots of big news on Thursday, Euro and US. And Friday the 7th, we have also here non-farm payrolls in the US, and also unemployment rate in Canada. Last month, this news was high impacted, so in the month of July, it may impact also. So just watch out on Canada, on CAD, unemployment rate also. And that's it. So again, the news to watch out is Tuesday rate decision in Australia, and Wednesday towards the end, FOMC minutes in the US, and also retail sales in Euro on Thursday, ADP report in the US, and also services PMI in the US, and Friday, non-farm payrolls, and also unemployment rate in Canada. So like this, we have lots of big news. So just watch out. So that completes my whole analysis on this one. So yeah, let me see. So again, thank you very much for joining today. Today I'm starting earlier time because of my schedule, but glad to see you all. And thank you also for watching the archive on today's analysis. Okay, Hinata, good to see you. And John, thanks for joining also. Alright, Nate, also good to see you. Okay, Mehdi, also good to see you too. Thank you very much for joining. Alright. Oh, and Bear Duty, thank you very much for your support. He says, keep up the good work. I send you cool dude sunglasses emoji. Oh, thank you very much. Yes. Yeah. It's becoming summertime here in Dubai, so I also need sunglasses whenever I go out or drive. But yeah, thank you very much for your support. He also says, how many screens do you use to trade? I use only one screen to trade. So now I have technically 3 screens, but one to live stream and other to do my work, like my email or I edit, and I only trade with one screen. I have been trading with one screen only since I was in Japan. I used to have 6 screens. I used to have lots of screens when I was scalping because I thought it looks better, it looks professional, it looks cool. But it was too confusing, so I just use one screen now, and it will do. Okay. Sean says, may I ask what you think about FTSE 100? Yeah, FTSE 100, like I mentioned already, that is, let me see, that is range in the P wave on the weekly. So you have to wait for the P wave break towards either direction. Whenever it's range like this, the market can be very choppy. So yeah, this is now consolidating. Yeah. So again, I know some of you are joining late, so let me do recap on some of my best Forex pairs. So again, Euro JPY is bullish on both monthly and the weeklies, so I continue to look for some more buying opportunities. Due to Kumo shape, I think uptrend is still continuous, but also with the risk management. And also Swiss franc JPY is bearish and it's about to break the support, and this is a typical reverse pattern. Previous supports is now becoming resistance, so I think the market is still bearish continuously on the weekly chart basis. Okay, and then also pound USD is bullish. This is about to break the new high, so I'm waiting for that to happen. And also the previous resistance level, which was 1.2680, technically last week it closed with the doji, and the doji closed above that resistance, technically speaking. So once a doji will be broken bullish, I think it breaks the new high and goes bullish. So pound USD is potentially have some nice pips also. The target is 1.3299, and we have a room of 446 pips to trade. So pound USD seems to be good also. And then pound JPY too. Pound JPY is also bullish on both monthly and weekly time frames, so I continue to look for new opportunities to buy. And pound AUD also is bullish, about to break the resistance on the monthly chart, and Kumo Kijun Sen are bullish on the weekly, so to me this is bullish. And finally, Swiss franc JPY is also bullish, so I continue to look for some opportunities on these markets. And also there are some minor breakouts too, like a Euro USD if the market breaks the weekly or the monthly resistance 1.1099, I think we will see some new trends. But to there, this is 188 or 86 people, so most likely it won't break this week. So I think Euro USD is not too late to trade 2 weeks after. But as I do weekly analysis on Sundays, I will keep you updated on this one. Yeah, but these are my best pairs to trade. Okay, yeah, Sean, you're welcome. All right, and John also, you're welcome too. Okay, so now I will finish live, and I have to leave home in about 15 or 20 minutes. I get dressed and go out, and because I have Arabic lesson. I'm learning Arabic now, so now I know I kind of have a rough sketch of how to read, and then now I'm studying conversations in Arabic. So yeah, one day hopefully I can introduce myself and do some small conversation in Arabic. Then that's one of my goals in 2023. So I'm excited. Yeah. So again, thank you very much for joining everyone. Although it was an audio timing live stream, thank you very much for joining everyone. So yeah, I hope you have a great rest of the weekend, and see you on the next one. So until I see you next time, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Okay, bye for now everyone. Mata ne. Thank you very much.